What's going on, everybody, and welcome to another episode of TNC Reacts. Today is Monday Motivation, and really, I want y'all to understand that you are in control. Now, what do I mean by that? A lot of times we try to blame external reasons as to why we are incapable of being motivated. Oh man, I work too much. Oh, I'm tired. Oh, this. Oh, woe is me. We have all these excuses. I was one of them as well. And I struggle with it still to this day. But what is the main thing that keeps me pushing and pushing? Goals. I set small goals for myself and allow myself to achieve those small goals. Every day is a goal that I try to achieve. Oh, I need to get to the gym. Oh, let me try not to eat that. Oh, man. Yo, let me try to get a little more rest. All right, I'm tired. Let me just lay down. I got to hurry up and do this. Okay, cool. Let me hurry up and knock that out. It's just small things that you can keep picking and choosing as to make goals and understand that you're actually in control. You are the one that dictates you. There's nothing else on this planet that can truly dictate you as an individual. Because if we're allowing other people to have control over us, and that means they have control over us by all areas, and you never want to allow people to have that type of control over you. You want to be able to dictate your emotions. You want to be able to dictate your happiness, your ability to work, your ability to succeed. You want to be able to have control of those things. You don't want to allow another person to do that. And I think a lot of times what we do is that we unintentionally blame others because we don't want to take accountability for our lack of pushing ourselves. Now, don't get me twisted. I'm not trying to say, oh, you got to be the head, you got to be the CEO or something like that. I'm not saying any of that. I'm talking about just you as in yourself, pushing yourself through the things that you said that you wanted to do for yourself. Because a lot of times we do have goals, whether we started them younger or as we get older, we have something that we want to maintain or accomplish and things like that. But then we start making excuses as to why we can't. I don't like naming people that came overseas, or like Arnold Schwarzenegger came over here and he ain't had nothing but a couple of dollars in his pocket and he could barely speak the language. I don't care about all of that. Yes, it's a great story if you want to try to find a different way to motivate yourself, but just looking at yourself, you can look at yourself as motivation. Okay, what is it about myself that I complain about that I don't like? Oh, these are the things I don't like. If I don't like them, then I need to get up and fix them. You know what I mean? Because self-loathing is just one of those enemies that you gotta beat. You can't let that one be your friend. Because a lot of times we allow that self-loathing, the depression, or whatever it is, sit on our shoulder and make the most commands for how we move versus the positive side. We keep that one off in the cut for some reason, and we shouldn't allow that. We should actually flip them. Because I try to make sure I look at the glass as half full. There's no reason for me to try to look at it as half empty. You know what I mean? As far as I made it in the world, as far as just living and learning, I refuse to let said individual that is negative and all of that stuff dictate my thought process. The moment negative Nancy come through, I'd be like, hey, deuces. You know what I'm saying? Let me slide out before they try to ruin my mood with their bad energy. So, you always try to make sure that you are the one that's in control of what you want for yourself. I've had conversations with other people that have YouTube channels. We're all low. Like, none of us have got over 1,000 subscribers. But I'll be like, oh, okay, have you started yet? No, I haven't started yet. Well, get started. It's not going to be perfect the moment you start. But if you're waiting for that perfect moment to where you can, let me drop the video now, it's never going to happen. Because you're never going to always have the right equipment. You're not going to always have the greatest sounds. Because if you go back and look at my old videos, sound was garbage. Quality was garbage. Everything was garbage. And depending on who you ask now, they might tell you it's garbage still. So, you just keep pushing and updating and trying new things to see what fits best for the people that like watching your channel. But also just from going to the gym. To get to the gym is the first step. Walk out to that car. Hey, you might only did 15 minutes in the gym today. Cool. Shoot for 20. Oh, cool. You've been in for a week. Now go to 30. You know what I'm saying? It's just keep pushing yourself, because the more you work out, the easier it actually gets. And then you actually have to push yourself harder so you can see what next level you're going to hit. When I first started working out, man, my legs was noodles, and they still are, but the amount of working out I can do with my legs now is 10 times better than what I could do when I first started. I did workouts with no weights or nothing. I could barely walk because they was in such pain. Now I can add weights and I can get to moving around and still work out and do other things afterwards. So everything is a progression. Everything is about pushing yourself, motivating yourself. What is it that you see that you would like to achieve? And then tell yourself, get up and do it. Don't tell yourself I can't do it. That's the worst part. Oh man, this and this. It's 24 hours in a day. 8 of them is where you need most of your sleep. 8 hours. They tell you that's what you need for sleep. 8 hours for work. Then you got another 8 hours. So what do we do with the other 8 hours? That's really up to you to dictate. You know what I'm saying? A lot of times it doesn't feel like it, but yeah, you really have 8 hours of time that you can figure out what you want to do with. So yeah, take that time to motivate yourself because you are in control of it. Don't let nobody tell you anything else. Oh no, man, there's out external things. External is always going to be there because that's the real world. You got to go into the real world. But if you can control yourself and motivate yourself, you can deal with whatever's out there and get to where your goal is. Whatever your goal is, you can get there. But let me know what y'all think down in the comments section and be on the lookout for more videos. All right, everybody? Peace.